Today's track day, bro, and I will be wearing my new shirt that I got by Lucas Loza on his Etsy store. I'll put the link in the description, but man, these things are cool. He's got a lot of great designs for a lot of great old cars, and I really love the hand-drawn aspect of it. Nice to see the filter's doing its job. You don't really get to cut open cartridge filters. Well, certainly don't take the time to. I mean, not cartridge, spin-on filters. And this is the jumper wire that is going from number 19 to number 7. That's to reset your oil service light. Don't point out electrical tape. We have a broom sweeper with no broom.
That's mandatory for oil change.
It is. You want to make sure to stir up some dust. So we'll turn the key on 15 seconds. That'll reset the oil service light, and I hope so because it's not in the yellow or red zone. I'm just doing an oil change preemptively because I threw in some sea foam and it came out ugly. The repair list goes on. I recently discovered one fog light is tilting more than it needs to, more than it should. Not good. Another thing, there's a side marker here. It's been taped over. Let's see if we can replace that. Third thing, the rear hatch glass recently jammed because it had so many boxes in there that were pushing up on this corner. I must have done something to this mechanism. Not getting any movement. I got it to pound out a few times, but nothing reliable. Okay, let's pull it apart and we'll find out what the problem could be. Thankfully my hatch wiring is good. I'm not having any problems with the door locks. And the actuator works. It must just be a plastic release clip inside. With enough wiggling and pounding, I was able to get this to open. Now it's just a matter of finding out what the problem is. General maintenance needs. The back, looks like the corners were glued to maintain place, considering this mount here is broken, but could probably be glued back. This screw is missing. Watch the actuator. I think it wiggles too much right about here. Not able to get it to open. Aye, I would say so. The screw, it has to go up from the bottom. It is no wonder that it fall out. And a drop of king's blood to keep this from happening again. Lovely. One nice thing about this being broken is very good. It's very nice to get the screw in the back there like this, you see. Very good, very tight. Let's try it out. Here we go. Okay, it's closed. Let's try it open. Very nice. Consistent. Very nice. Oh, so nice. Very nice. Still needs shocks on this. But look at that carbon fiber. What it is with all the leaves coming into my garage? What is this, the fall or the autumn? It is very nice to have your own sink, molto bene. I can wash the parts all I want every day. Nobody can tell me nothing.
To shave the face, to trim the beard, it take the blade, it take the skill.
Just for your compadre, I just want you to see what the old one looked like. Overspray all along the sides. New one's nice and clean. Gonna put some back to black on it, shine it up. Oh, didn't you know this is the insulation that goes here around the hood? Let me tell you, it's noisy without it. Okay, next thing to do is to clean the inside of this thing here. Over there, you see it's nice and dirty. Gotta give it a good clean. Oh man, somebody help me. I can't stop. I've been washing everything. It looks good, but I just can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. Come on, dogs. It's time for your illusion of freedom. Works like a charm. I think I'm gonna paint the bottom half of the bumper and the lip. Come on now. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. 5 minutes later. Not bad at all. You know it's not a bad car to work on when the exploration doesn't take too long and you can figure out pretty quickly how to remove a bumper. Really the biggest thing is just 4 bolts there and then some plastic things all around. It's great. I love it. This might not be important. In fact, it's borderline trivial for most of you, but to me, it really matters. There are so many options on how to paint this bumper. Okay, I really like the look where people paint the nose piece. You can tell this car was a silver car in the front end. You know, the hood, the fenders, and the bumper and the grill were all silver. So I could black out the grill here, I could black that out, and I could black out the plastic. I noticed that there was a 95 540 that had this part painted all the way through the bottom of the lip, but it kept the grill black, but I think it had the plastic inserts here painted white as well. Now, keeping this in this black kept it original, but it was also a slight modification. Having that lip painted makes the car look a little lower to the ground, which I think looks a lot better. Just like with the 240 wagon, you can see having the lip there in the front. It didn't have a lip and it looked tall. So that really helps a lot. Of course, there's also a bunch of add-on lips you can put. I really like the M5 lip that came on here, but we'll see. Maybe I'll find one of those eventually. The whole top piece, you know, black, and paint that black, and it looks kind of like this. And I like that look. It looks really cool. Or I could paint the whole darn bumper white minus the license plate support and those trim pieces, and it would look like this. Or I'd go nuts and just paint the whole car white and have nothing black on it, and then it will look kind of like this. And really, at the end of the day, what matters is it's your car, and you're gonna do whatever you want, right? The only thing is, I don't really know what I want from it. Like I said, trivial point. Hey, check this out. These cooler lines, they wrap around the grill kidney shape. How funny is that? Look at you, BMW. Look at you. Okay, well, I could even paint this white. That would just get a little crazy. But I think I'm gonna leave those black, leave this black, and just do a white lip paint. Yeah, I should just calm down. I think I'm getting a little carried away. This is the closest to Alpine White 3 or 300, this is the paint code for BMW, or Alpine Vice. And this is the original Nissan color, but it gets pretty close. The Duplicolor part number is BNS 0562 Super White 326. Really close. Replaces 8800562, which has nothing to do with us. So we're going to be painting one slight modification. A lot of cars, they will do the side, they'll do the bottom lip, but they won't get into the panels here. I like those, so I'm gonna paint those little panels that come out and leave the license plate bracket and leave the trim and redo all the bad touch-up work from the previous job, which is falling off because nobody used primer. They just put a clear, they just put probably a single stage or maybe just a base coat on there and called it good. You know how some of these shops are. What up, Scaredy Cat? You gonna help? Yeah, he's just killing time. Alright, Dave is determined to make this look good. And by this, I'm talking about the spray paint. We're going to start off by giving it a good clean, use a little bit of paint thinner, get all the stuff off of it, give it a wet wipe, and then we're going to sand down using 600 grit, make it nice and smooth all around, including this metal piece here. Then I'm going to use paint. Yes, I'm going to put a couple coats on there. Hopefully I'll get it all done in just 3 coats, which is my target. Let it dry overnight. Throw on some clear coat. Aslan, what are you doing over there, man? Don't drink the Kool-Aid, or Kool-Aid. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna be up all night. Woo! It's a party. Look, there's one right there. The other 3. Well, everything's cleaned up. Oh, that's dirty. Everything is cleaned up and sanded. I started with a 220 to get all that loose paint off. Went up to a 320, up to a 400, and finished off with a 600. Nice and dirty. Smoothed out what I could. Time for some big plastic sheets to come down from the ceiling, and then I'm gonna spray paint it. Give it a couple coats of primer, probably a couple coats of white, and a couple coats of clear in the next days to follow. Nice and shiny. I haven't even buffed it yet. This is something worth mentioning. While trying to match paint, keep in mind that your clear coat will will slightly change the color. The cap on these were white, but every search I found, well, the rare few results that I found showed that the white would show up with the Nissan Duplicolor that I showed earlier. Can you tell? Maybe not on a phone. Where the trim goes, there's no clear coat. Just right above it and just below it, 3 coats of clear. Slightly yellowy, matches the front really well.